Hello Dave, you have won an ICAP award for your work on Breaking Bad. What can you tell us about this long collaboration with Vince Gilligan?
Well, Vince Gilligan obviously has been a huge force in my career.
Yes.
I was lucky enough to meet him very early on in the making of the pilot episode, the very first episode of Breaking Bad.
Okay.
We were introduced through two other people that he'd already hired for the music department on the show, a music editor and a music supervisor, who I had worked with both of them actually prior. And through them, I was eventually introduced to Vince, and my music was introduced, and I worked hard to feed little bits of music into the pilot as he was working on it, so that he was familiar with my work, and I was just very fortunate that we got along very well, and I was hired on the show. And we've been working together now for over 10 years.
Wow, nice. Which thing have you kept and still use from your classical and electronic music composition studies?
It's a great question.
Thank you.
A lot of what I've learned in school for sure are things that I had to unlearn.
Okay.
But there are some really important things that I use every day. And in truth, even though I don't think about music theory and classical music things, it's in my brain anyways, right? There's a foundation of it underneath everything that I do. But the skill that I use the most, that I rely on the most every day, is improvisation, which is something that I learned in college, actually. It's just an ability to sit down either by yourself or with other musicians and make stuff up.
Yeah.
And that's honestly how I go about writing music. I start with nothing, and I have a small studio with as many instruments as I can find, and they're all ready to go. They're all turned on and ready to go, and I walk around and I just start playing with ideas until something sticks that I can build on.
What can you tell us about your work on the Blacklist and the Better Call Saul?
Well, there's two shows that I'm working on right now. Very different shows, which is great. I love, I think any artist will tell you that it's good to have variety.
Yes.
The Blacklist is a network show for NBC, and it follows an actor, James Spader, and his character. And it's a spy thriller crime drama that started out actually as a very serial show. Every week was a different story, but like many things on TV, it's evolved now into a longer story arc, which I'm really enjoying working on. His relationship with the other characters on the show. It's been a lot of fun. We're going to start our 5th season of that show in September.
Nice.
And Better Call Saul, we just finished our 3rd season. And that's a cable show in the U.S., which means there are fewer episodes. We did 10, whereas Blacklist is 22 in a given year. And very, very proud of this Better Call Saul this year. The writers and everybody involved, excuse me, really outdid themselves. It was a wonderful season to work on. So while I'm happy to get some time off soon,
of course.
so excited about where that show is going.
Nice. Why do you prefer to record your music? You say you have your own studio, yes? So all your music you create on your own studio, or sometimes you move, for example, in the big
sometimes I move
for studios?
Yeah, when it's I play a lot of instruments, not all of them very well, but enough to get by. And of course, as everybody knows, computers are a big part of music making for film and television these days. So I do a lot of it myself. But I have a terrific team of people that I rely on to help me record. When I'm recording live musicians, I always go somewhere else to a professional studio to get that done with a professional engineer who can spend the time to make sure it sounds really good, so I don't have to think about how it sounds, and I can concentrate on the performance and the music.
Good team.
Yep.
Directors would like to work. There's some name of directors you like their work, and you would like to create their music for movies, for example. So there's some name.
Oh, you're gonna put me on the spot now.
Good question.
Yeah, you know who I'd love to work with, and there's many examples.
Yes.
But one person who I've always admired is Anton Corbijn.
Yeah.
You know him?
Yeah.
He really makes really interesting, beautiful to look at projects. That's one thing that comes to mind. And also, when I was younger, I spent some time living and studying in Japan.
Nice.
And I'd love to find a way or an excuse to work with some Japanese filmmakers, because I think they have a really unique, obviously, their own unique take on the art.
What means for you San Diego Comic Con? This is your first time here?
First time to Comic-Con, yeah, I've never been before.
Did you see some different things, for example?
I just got here, so I haven't really seen much yet. Honestly, I just came from the train.
Wow.
But this afternoon, I really hope to go check it out. I haven't seen it. They had a big presentation yesterday for Preacher, which is another show that I work on.
Are you always on Preacher?
I work on Preacher, too. Yeah, and they had a big thing in Hall H yesterday, and I wish I could have gone, but I was working, so I couldn't get here in time. But I definitely want to see it and check it out, the experience of it.
And my last question, what are for your current project?
So those are the three shows that I'm working on, and they're all coming back around, so I'm very lucky about that. That's Blacklist, Better Call Saul, Preacher. I have a film coming out in December, a James Franco starring and produced film called The Disaster Artist.
Nice.
Which I'm very proud of, and James Franco did an amazing job with that movie, so I'm very excited for that to come out.
Thank you. Have a great day.
You too.
Bye-bye.
Appreciate it. Thank you.
That's great timing.
Yes.
You got one.